I look back on all those good times we once shared, and I must have been blind just to think I'd find someone new, one who loved me better than you. Well, it may come as a surprise. Loneliness has opened my eyes. I've tried every love I could find. Still, I can't get you out of my mind. 'Cause there's no one in the world to hold me. No one in the world's gonna move me. No one in the world who loves me like you do, baby. Every time I'm with someone, loving you, yes, I wanna run. I wanna run back to your arms again. And there's no one in the world, no one in the world loves me like you do. Whoa. All right, I'm not gonna sing that second verse. Anita takes that up. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode. Not another episode. Welcome back to Matty T's Twin Flame Guidance with Matt D. Talford. This is your weekly Divine Masculine reading. So I still don't know what I'm going to title this thing yet, but I did a song for the ladies on the Divine Feminine. And I say ladies, of course, energy is energy. I'm just assuming that the majority of the people that watch Relationship Tarot are ladies anyway. But I did, for the Divine Feminine reading, I did a song on Monday. And I wanted to do one for the Divine Masculine reading. Not to serenade the fellas, because I don't do that, all right? Even though they used to call me Radio when I was in Army boot camp reception. There's a story that goes with that. Maybe I'll share it another day. But they called me Radio, okay? Anyway, yeah, I don't serenade the fellas, but I always know there's some female cross watchers watching to see what's going on with the Divine Masculine. So that particular selection, that was a verse from Anita Baker's song, No One in the World. And I think it properly and accurately reflects the sentiment of the Divine Masculine Collective. And you can read about that in my book, Twin Flames, Understanding and Solving the Problem of the Avoidant Dismissive Divine Masculine. And I think that chime was spirit confirmation that that song, No One in the World who loves me like you do, that accurately is a reflection of the Divine Masculine Collective. They've gone out, they've tasted the sweetness and the pureness of divine, high vibrational divine feminine affection, okay? Whether it's physical or non-physical, some people have not even been physical with their divine counterpart, but I think that song properly reflects it, because what happens is the Divine Masculine runs due to the intensity of the connection, and they look for something similar in others, but what they find out is that there's no one in the world that loves them like the Divine Feminine does. Coming up, the timeless, whenever you watch this, you're supposed to see it, the timeless Divine Masculine energy reading on Matty T's Twin Flame Guidance. Welcome back to Matty T's Twin Flame Guidance. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. This video is this week's Divine Masculine reading, and I hope that you all enjoyed the intro song. Again, any fellas out there watching, I'll put that one out there because you might have a female Divine Feminine cross watching, okay? And I wanted her to know that that song actually properly reflects the energy that most of the Divine Masculines have been in for a while, okay? All right, and that again is No One in the World by Anita Baker. Some of y'all have heard that song before. And again, you know, there may be some females out there that are divine, that carry the Divine Masculine archetype. So that was for you. That was for you, because I don't serenade guys. I don't. All right. To each his own. Don't judge me. I won't judge you. All right. Anyway, let's get on into this week's reading, okay? And this is going to be for Wednesday, November the 19th, 2025. But whenever you watch it, is when you're supposed to see it. These readings, all of these readings are timeless. Whenever it shows up in your recommended videos, it shows up because you're supposed to see it then and there. Okay, so now with all of that out of the way, let's jump right into the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck. This is the same deck I used last week for you guys in your reading. We're going to do that same one again this week. Cross watches, if you're any Divine Feminines cross watching, I don't know what's going to come out in these cards, but whatever the energy is, and there's only these are single card pulls, so whatever the overall energy is for the Divine Masculine Collective, if it is positive energy, if it is high vibrational, if it's happy energy, then celebrate with them. Be happy with them, celebrate with them. If it's heavy energy, then pray for them, okay? They need your prayers. They don't just need you cross watching, all right? All right, it's time for us to bring these unions into alignment. Why? The earth needs them. The earth needs them. Okay, this is why you have had a twin flame awakening in this lifetime. It is because it is required, and the cosmos sent you here to help be a part of the new earth, the new heaven and the new earth that's described in the book of Revelation. Okay, new heaven and a new earth. You are here to help ignite that. You are here to help turn the machine on that's going to bring that new heaven and that new earth down. The old earth and the old heaven were passed away. The new heaven and the new earth are upon us. All right. You're here to be a part of that experience, so it's time to get in the game. Time to get in the game. If I'm talking about fellas, I can talk to y'all like we talk. Time to get in the game, fellas. All right, here we go. And ladies, if it's any female Divine Masculines, time to get in the game. All right, let's go. Let's shuffle the cards and see what comes out. Again, these are single card pulls. Thank y'all for being here. Do me a favor and hit that like button. If you like me, you like my vibe, you probably are going to like the reading. You may not like it. I don't know, but it ain't me. All right. So hopefully you like me. If you like me, hit that thumbs up button for me, right? And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and make sure your notification bell is set to all so you'll be notified when I upload new content. Let's go. All right. And I'm going to see what comes out here. What is going to come out? What is the energy of the Divine Masculine Collective? Okay. It just turned over. Just turned over. Okay. All right. Actually, I got two. Two cards came out. That happens sometimes. These are single card pulls, but sometimes two of them come out, and I'm going to show you the order that they came out in. Mixed. The energy is a little bit mixed. We got some earth here, and we got some fire. Earth is stability, is grounded energy, and then we have fire, which is action, activity, okay? First card that came out, fellas, is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. I'm going to tell you about that, and the second card that came out was the King of Wands, all right? The King of Wands is the second card that came out. Now let's talk about this. Let's talk about this Divine Masculine. This is your energy read for this week. That Four of Pentacles in reverse, that is a card of, let's deal with the astro numerology first. Let me go to the numerology first. That is, 4 is about stability. 4 is about stability, okay? So when I see anything with a 4 upside down, that tells me that you might be feeling a little bit shaky. You might be feeling a little unstable. You might be feeling a little bit shaky about your money, okay? You may be also, that 4 of Pentacles upright, that's a person whose mind is on their money and they're secure. They're not out there. They kind of want to hold their cards. They want to keep their coins close to vest. Unlike the card that came out as the advice card for the Divine Feminines this week, which was the 6 of Pentacles upright. That 6 of Pentacles is here. Here you go. Let me give you something. Let me put something in your hand. This 4 of Pentacles in reverse, this tells me that you may have some issues. Again, with it upright, you're holding on to what you got. You got your money in your mind, but with it upside down, reverse, you kind of are a little bit scattered. You're a little bit scattered right now. I'm going to pause here and get a little bit more advice for you guys. I'm definitely going to pull an advice card. Give me just a moment. Okay, guys. Okay, Divine Masculines. I'm going to read this description of the 4 of Pentacles reversed from the Biddy Tarot deck, okay? Not Biddy Tarot deck, Biddy Tarot, okay? The Biddy Tarot website. I'm going to read what they have here. Sometimes I like to see what some of the other interpretations are. I don't believe in reinventing the wheel. If somebody's done it already and it works, I'm gonna say, hey, you know what? Let me send you to this guy. Let me send you down here to this mechanic. Yeah, do I know how to change the tire, but do I have power tools? No. So I can change it for you, but it's gonna take a little bit longer. This guy with the power tools, he'll NASCAR you and get you out of there. Okay, so if you're in a rush, go to him. All right. If you don't mind me taking my time, stay here with me, baby. Okay. So anyway, here we go. 4 of Pentacles reversed from Biddy Tarot. Let me read this because this actually goes with that King of Wands. That is your other card that came out that's talking about your energy. The reverse 4 of Pentacles can appear when you are re-evaluating what is important to you, especially when it comes to money and wealth. You may have placed too much value on material possessions and have now come to the realization that money and things won't make you happy. Only love will make you happy. As a result, you may be loosening your grip on the need to surround yourself with things in favor of seeking out more love and happiness in your life instead. I love that for you. I love that. You might be compelled to declutter your home or opt for a minimalist lifestyle. Money is no longer your number one priority, and you are redefining your relationship with material possessions and money. The Four of Pentacles reversed can indicate that money is slipping through your fingers and your spending habits exceed your saving habits, okay? You may be spending unconsciously, hoping it will bring happiness, but all it does is bring you more stress and anxiety as your bank balance declines. At times, the Four of Pentacles can suggest that your love for money has turned to greed. You want more, but at what cost? In the quest to earn more money, you may be working longer hours but neglecting your loved ones. Or, if you have your own business, you may be pushing sales harder to generate more profit, but at the expense of your customers' well-being. Look at the overall equation of the cost versus benefit and assess whether your quest for more is really bringing you the happiness that you most desire. Finally, the Four of Pentacles can appear in a tarot reading when you are in self-protection mode. You have a strong desire for security, stability, and certainty, and you are doing everything within your power to create a stable environment for yourself. Kind of what I said here. I said 4 is the number of stability. With it upright, you're feeling a little shaky, okay? This is the current energy. But what also came out is that King of Wands, okay? So that's a little bit of a dichotomy, a little bit of push-pull. Let me finish reading this and we'll talk about that. Even when your outer world seems chaotic and in a constant state of change, you can create more certainty for yourself by controlling your inner environment. Your inner environment. That's the same thing that I said to the. Now, here's what's interesting. That's the same thing I said to the Divine Feminines in their reading. Okay. Here's what's interesting. Well, let me finish and I'll jump to that. Okay. You might find tidying the house or organizing your things to be calming and relaxing under these circumstances. So clean the house. Now, let's talk about this for just a moment. This Four of Pentacles in reverse. The fourth house, that's Cancer energy. Guess what the current energy is of the Divine Feminine Collective this week? It is the Chariot card, which is Cancer energy. So that to me is synchronicity right there. 4 and 4. The Chariot card, Cancer energy. Cancer rules over the fourth house. You have the Four of Pentacles, okay? You have the Four of Pentacles. Their advice card was the Six of Pentacles. So what you had there was a balance of the water, which is the Chariot card, Cancer energy, and then Capricorn for one of the signs. I know you got 3 earth signs, okay? Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. But we know that Capricorn balances that Cancer energy. So it's interesting that came out because here you have Pentacles energy, which is can be Capricorn along with Taurus and Virgo, of course. But with that number 4 is the fourth house, that's Cancer. So this upside down also tells me that you are kind of in your emotions a little bit this week. But you're in your emotions in the opposite sense that the Divine Feminine is in her emotions. Now, here is what's funny. This is why you cannot make this stuff up, y'all. I'm seeing too many synchronicities in these readings. You got the King of Wands, all right? The King of Wands is a fire sign. That you look at all that red, that's Aries energy, okay? That's like Emperor energy. That King of Wands is also like Emperor energy, even though the Emperor embodies the energy of all 4 kings in the deck. Still, this is 1/4 of an emperor right here with that King of Wands. That King of Wands is a fire sign. He's stable. He's somebody that can make a command decision when he needs to. He's someone that can make a command decision. Now, you're thinking he's someone who can take action. He is not afraid to take action. So this is a little bit of a push-pull. This is almost an advice card. I'm going to see what comes out if I do an advice card pull, but this is almost an advice card. That King of Wands says, hey, you know what? I'm not really certain. My money might be a little bit funny right now. I might be a little bit unstable in my emotions. But, hey, you know what? I remember, too, that I'm a king. So let me use this King of Wands energy to pull me out of this reverse Four of Pentacles energy. Remember what I always say here on this channel. Reverses are temporary states of being. So right now, you're not sure. You're not real stable. You're not real sure about your money. Maybe, with it being around holiday season, you're thinking, do I have enough money? For those of y'all that celebrate holidays, I'm not someone who celebrates holidays anymore. But for those of y'all that do, that could be on your mind. you divine masculine, you know that 4 weeks after Thanksgiving comes Christmas. So we're 5 weeks away from Christmas. Those of y'all that celebrate the holidays, you might be thinking, hey, man, I got to make sure I got enough money to take care of my kids or get my children what it is that they want. I'm not feeling real certain about this right now. But this King of Wands says, I remember still that I'm a boss. I remember I'm a boss. Now, here's what's interesting. Your divine feminine counterparts, they're in that chariot energy. Guess who drives the chariot? The emperor, a boss. Okay, so this is divine alignment, if you ask me. Even though you're not feeling real secure or comfortable right now, you might have some money worries. You definitely don't feel as stable. Guess what? You got built-in advice in this card too. 4 is the 4th house. That's Cancer energy. So that's putting you in alignment with your divine feminine counterpart who's in that Cancer energy as well. Use that intuition. Go within. You just heard the advice that I read from the Biddy Tarot website. Go within and find that King of Wands. Your advice is built into your current energy, really. Your advice is built into your current energy. That's more divine alignment. All right? The advice is the advice is in the energy. The advice is in the energy. It's almost like a snake bite venom is also snake bite venom is also the serum that they use to help you recover from it. Not that I mean, that's probably not the best advice in the world or best example, but it's true. The antidote for snake bite is made from the snake bite venom. So the situation that you're in right now, this 4 of Pentacles in reverse, the antidote for it is built in. 4 is the 4th house. That's Cancer energy. That is your emotions. Get in this says that even though you're in this shaky state, guess what? That King of Wands is somebody. It's not like the King of Cups who has command over his emotions, but guess what? A king is still a king. A kang is a kang, baby. A king is a king. He holding that wand. Take action. Take action. Take action. Where are you taking action with? We're going, you know what? Let me pull a clarifier. For some reason, I have to pull clarifiers with you guys. What should the divine masculine be taking action? Spirit told me to take this card right here. What advice should they be taking? 3 of Pentacles. That's collaboration energy. That's collaboration energy. That's collaboration energy sometimes in building something. Okay? So collaborate. Work on something to take action to now the building card is really the 8 of Pentacles, but this says maybe perhaps collaborate. Collaborate with who? Collaborate with who? Let's pull another card. Collaborate with who? Wow. Guess what came out? The Emperor. The Emperor. Who's the Emperor? You. Who is the Emperor? You. You are the Emperor. When you're talking about divine counterparts, the Empress is the divine feminine. The Emperor is the divine masculine. So, collaboration energy. Collaborate with yourself. That's the same message here that we got from this card, which is go within. So go within. Go within. Get in that King of Wands energy. Get in that King of Wands energy. Go within. Go within and find. This is the same advice I gave to the divine feminines. I said go within to find out what you're supposed to do with that chariot energy, which is movement. You're getting the same advice this week from Spirit. Go within. Okay? Take action. Take action to collaborate with yourself. That means go within. Collaborate with that inner emperor. Bring that inner emperor into balance. When you go within and you get in that inner emperor energy, guess what that's going to do? I told you, reversals are temporary states. That's going to bring you back into that stability. That's going to bring you back into that stability. Watch your spending. Watch your spending this week. Don't overspend. Do not overspend. Guess what the emperor does? And I'm giving y'all advice now. I'm not pulling an advice card. Your advice is built in this week. I'm not going to pull an advice card. Your advice is built in this week, okay? You know what the emperor says? The emperor is not afraid to make a decision that is good for everybody in the empire. The emperor is not afraid to make a decision. The King of Wands is not afraid to take action and make a boss move decision that's going to benefit the entire kingdom. The emperor is the King of Wands on steroids. The emperor is the King of Wands, King of Cups, emotions, King of Swords, air, thoughts, and speech, and King of Pentacles, your money, your grounded activity, being grounded, wealth building. The king has command over his resources. So this is, that emperor says, you know what? That emperor is able to access any one of those elements: air, fire, earth, or water. He has access to all of the elements. The element in question here was the pinnacle. Okay, so get in that emperor energy. Some of y'all need to make the decision and tell somebody, look. Remember. In the twin flame dynamic, the divine feminine is dealing with the spiritual aspect of the spiritual aspect of nature. The divine masculine is dealing with earthbound things, real world problems, money, work, security, that sort of thing. So guess what? This is right in alignment with divine masculine energy. This is a beautiful read this week, believe it or not. Divine feminine cross watchers, pray for your divine masculine. If you're divine feminine cross watching, okay? What the advice for you guys is this week, divine masculine pool, divine masculine collective, get in your emperor energy and take charge of your finances. If you're a little bit emotional because your money don't look right, then guess what? Or you don't feel like your money's right, guess what? Go within. Take action to collaborate that Three of Pentacles energy with who? Not anybody outside of yourself. Collaborate with yourself. The same advice I gave to the divine feminine is the same advice I'm giving it to you, divine masculine. Go within. Get in that emperor energy. Look at the connection. Who did I tell you drives that chariot card, which is the current energy for your divine feminine counterpart this week? The emperor. That is a connection. That's a connection. That's a synchronicity. The emperor drives the chariot. The chariot is the current energy for the divine feminine. The emperor card came out in your reading this week, divine masculine. So spirit is asking both of y'all to get in your emperor energy. Asking both of y'all to get in your emperor energy. Connect with that. Connect. You see what's going on here? This is somebody who look at a person standing on the bench in that card. That person standing on the bench is directing traffic. They're directing the workflow. They are directing the workflow. This needs to go here. Let me tell you what goes here. We got to finish this thing up, okay? We got to finish this project we're working on. You do this, you do that. He's delegating. He's being a boss. That person standing on that bench right there, he is being a boss. Hey, you know what? Run and go get me this so I can hang this over here. All right? Get in your boss mode, the emperor. Get in your boss mode, the king of wands. Take action. What action do you need to take? I think your action that you need to take, because this is your current energy right now, where you're feeling unstable financially, perhaps. I think what you need to do is you need to take action in perhaps getting to that emperor energy, which also includes the king of swords, and telling somebody, hey, you know what? We're not going to spend this money right now. That's not necessary. If you're dealing with kids, you're dealing with a spouse, a divine counterpart or something, or maybe in your business. Maybe in your business, you pull back. There are times for everything. Go read Ecclesiastes in the Bible, Ecclesiastes chapter 3. For everything, there's a season. There's a time to spend, and there's a time to be conservative, all right? Upright, this guy's conservative. All right, I got my money. I can't really move with it right now. I don't want to go forward. I don't want to go backwards. I want to hold what I got. I'm standing on business. He's got his feet on his coins. He's got his coin on his heart, and he's got a coin on top of his head. All right, I'm gonna stabilize myself. I'm gonna sit still. I'm gonna sit here on this foundation until I figure out. Look at him. He's thinking. I'm gonna sit here. Look what's behind him. The city. He had to get out away from everybody. And sit here and focus and think and say, hey, all right, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to continue growing this money? All right. I think I better hold what I got right here. I don't know what to do. I'm feeling a little shaky. We got the holidays coming up. I don't know what I need to do. Let me go within. Okay? Take action to collaborate with yourself. Luke 17:21. Y'all hear me repeat this theme a lot on this channel. The kingdom of God is within you. Luke chapter 17, verse 21. Go read it. The kingdom of God is within you. So if the kingdom of God is within you, if you want to access, you want to get divine inspiration, you want to get divine knowledge, you want to get an answer from the divine, you want to get an answer from the Most High, get in that emperor energy and go within. The emperor is within you. Access him. It ain't going to take you long to come out of that energy right there. It is not going to take you long to come out of that energy. But you got to take bold authority, bold action. Get in that Aries energy. Getting that Aries energy. You see him? He got the red on. The Emperor card is Aries energy too. Aries is bold. They're bold. They can be impulsive, but guess what? You ain't going to be impulsive spending no money. You might feel like, hey, I'm bleeding money a little bit. That Four of Pentacles in reverse sometimes is a card of bleeding money. You know what? Let me take action. The first thing I tell people to do, all right, and I'm gonna pull a Starseed Oracle. I'm also gonna pull a Rose Oracle card for you guys. I'm gonna pull a Rose Oracle card for you guys too, because you guys need that hug from the Divine Mother. You do. I'm gonna give it to you. I don't care if you want it or not. And trust me, I'm a Capricorn. They get my feel sometimes, and I'm like, I don't need no hug. I don't want nobody. Just leave me alone. Let me sit by myself. I don't want nothing. So I know what that's like for you. I know what that's like for you. I just said Capricorn. Somebody out there might have major Capricorn placements, or Virgo, or somebody out there could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, or somebody could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, somebody could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So I get that. I understand that. I'm in there with you all. But when I'm talking to people, sometimes people say, man, what's the best way for me to save money? What's the best way for me to make money? The beginning of making money is to stop spending it. You heard the saying, it's cliche, but it's not. A penny saved is a penny earned. So the first way for you to make money is to not spend it, because now it ain't going out. Now you can build off something. You see what I'm saying? When it's going out, you can't build off of it unless you're using it for an investment. But right here, you're not investing anything right here. You feel like, I'm a little unstable here. So the first action you want to take is to stop spending. The first action you want to take is to stop spending. That's number one. Okay? Stop spending and pull back. Pull back and say, you know what? I don't need to spend that right now. Let me tell you something. And I know it's holiday time. Look, let me be transparent with y'all for a minute. I'm number 2 of 6 children. In my earliest beginnings, we were a family of 8 staying in the bottom of the basement section of a 2-bedroom triplex in Long Beach, New York. Okay? And there were times during the holiday where they would come out and give us that message and be like, it's gonna be a little tough this year. And you know what? Maybe 1 or 2 of my siblings didn't want to hear that. But you know what Matt said? Matt said, you know what? I'm just glad I got a roof. I ain't trying to sound, I'm telling y'all what I would really say to my parents. Look, I love y'all anyway. I'm glad we got a roof over our head. If we don't get no new toys this year, that's cool. I don't care. We can play with the ones we had from last year. You know what? Hopefully some of y'all that got children that might be in a similar situation, hopefully you got that kid that gives you that reassurance. Okay? Hopefully y'all got that kid that give you that reassurance. But you know what that did to me also? That said, you know what? One day I'm going to grow up and I'm going to be able to get everything I want. And not only that, I'm going to be able to give back to my parents who can't give to us right now. But guess what? In them making that decision, guess what the Most High did? When they got in that emperor energy and said, look, we ain't spending nothing. We're not spending nothing. We need to stabilize. So we're not going to spend anything. We need to stabilize, okay? We need to stabilize. That was a bold action, a bold move. King of Wands. Emperor. That was a bold move. All right? Somebody went in and collaborated. Somebody went into their prayer closet. Look at that scene. That looks like the inside of a church. Maybe you need to pray. Maybe you need to go in. Maybe you need to go within to the kingdom of God. The kingdom of God is within you. Luke 17:21. Maybe you need to go within and pray and say, hey, you know what? Put your dominant hand over your heart and say, show me what I need to do to come out of this unstable energy, to stabilize my coins first and foremost. Maybe that's a signal to some of you that, hey, maybe you've been wrestling with the decision to, you know what? This holiday thing, I'm starting to see the economics of it, and maybe this whole thing ain't even real. Maybe this ain't the will of God for my life. That's the inside of a church. Some people might say that's something else, but that looks like the inside of a church to me. I'm just saying. It might be something for somebody else. But maybe you need to go in and pray. But the bottom line is you need to take charge. The first way to make money is to save it, to stop spending it. I can't tell you how many times in my life I've looked at my expenditures and said, hey, wait a minute. Do I need this? Let me take it off. Boom, 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 boom. Now, did I get a raise at work? No. But automatically I got more money because I cut out the stuff that is unnecessary. That's what an emperor does. The emperor looks out for the entire empire. He looks out for the best interest of the entire empire. And he's not afraid to take bold action. All right? Collaborate. Who you collaborating with? You collaborating with yourself. Why are you collaborating with yourself? Because in your divine counterpart connection, you are the emperor. Okay? You are the emperor. You can also take this and use this to reflect the emperor of the universe. Go within and talk to the emperor of the universe. How do you get there? You got to go within. Meditate. Meditation, breathing, closing your eyes, and meditating and just letting the answers come to you is a great way to do it. Or putting your hand over your heart and saying, show me what I need to do X, Y, and Z. In your case, because your current energy is the Four of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Wands, show me how to get in my King of Wands energy. Show me what I need to do. The Wands are about activation. It's about activity. It's about activation. Show me what I need to do to activate what is necessary for me to feel more stable. And guess what 4 is? 4 is the energy of the 4th house. That's your emotions. That's your empathy. So you got to feel it. Feel your way. Feel your way. The 4th house is ruled by Cancer, which is ruled by the moon, that rules over the 4th chakra, which is the heart. So get in your heart space. That's your advice. That's your advice, divine masculine. That's your advice. Now, I'm going to pull a Starseed Oracle, and I'm going to finish with a Rose Oracle card, and that'll be your reading for this week. Thank you all for being here. Hit that like button for me if you feel like this is some strong, solid advice for the energy that you're in. Do y'all see my energy right now? Do y'all see my energy? That's the energy you need to be in. That's the energy you need to be in. When something don't look right, when something don't look stable, that masculine, that emperor says, yo, that emperor and that King of Wands, they say let's repair the breach. You see them 2 colors there? That's red. Red is the root chakra. Red is the root chakra, okay? And look at that card number. Look at that card number. That's Roman numeral 4. So there's more 4 energy. There's more 4 energy. You putting 4 and 4 together, what is that? That's 8. What's 8? We in a Scorpio new moon. Manifest some sort of transformation. Manifest the transformation. You manifest during the new moons. We're in a Scorpio new moon as of the date of today's reading. Okay? Or we're transitioning into that Scorpio new moon. The peak of the Scorpio, actually, yeah, as of the date of this reading, we're at the peak. Wednesday, November the 19th, that's the peak of the Scorpio new moon. It's a great time. 4 plus 4. The Emperor card is 4. This is 4. That's 8. 8 is the number of transformation. It's the number of manifestation and the number of magnet. The 8th house is what you magnetize to you. So guess what? Manifest something new with regards to your coins. And don't stop at the 4 of coins upright. Go all the way out to that 10 of pentacles. Go all the way out to that 10 of coins. That's success. Get there, fellas. Y'all see this energy I'm in right now? That's that boss energy. That's that emperor. Red, that's root chakra. Root chakra is security. Guess what? These 2 cards came out in the upright position. Both of them are red. Now this King of Wands, that looks orange. That looks more orange. The Emperor looks a little bit more red. But guess what orange is? Guess what orange is? Not only is orange the color of fire, right? Not only is orange the color of fire, but orange is also the color of creativity. So get creative with that solution. Spark of creativity. Spark of creativity. Leo energy. Leo energy. Look at that crown on his head. That's yellow. Leo energy. Yellow, confidence. Solar plexus chakra. That's what I'm channeling for y'all right now. Let's go, fellas. Let's go, divine masculine. Let's go. I don't care if you're a lady or a male. Let's go. Get in that energy. Let's go. Let me plug my laptop in because it looks like it's running low. Divine Feminine Cross Watchers, your job is to co-manifest with them. Use that spiritual power. Wonder Twin powers activate. For those of y'all that know that cartoon series from back in the 80s. Wonder Twin powers activate. Y'all put them rings together. Wonder Twin powers activate. If you're a Divine Feminine Cross Watcher for your Divine Masculine, get in the trenches with them. But you do it spiritually. Pray for them. Pray for them. Okay? What's that for? That 4 energy, that's the 4th house. 4th house is Cancer. That's the moon. That's the heart space. Get in your heart space. Get in your heart. That's your feminine energy. What does that mean? You got the Emperor, which is the divine masculine, and it's the number 4 card, which is the 4th house, which is ruled by the moon, which is feminine energy. That's balance right there. That emperor has command of his internal divine masculine and divine feminine energy. Same information from the divine feminine read this week. Maybe I'll put a link in the comments below or something. I know they're funny about links with, I could put a link in the comments. I just can't pin it yet until my channel gets to a certain. So I'll put a link to the divine feminine read for this week in the comments so y'all can check that out. Okay? I promise y'all there is alignment happening right now. There is alignment happening, y'all. This thing is so real. It's so real. Let me pull your man, I'm hyped for y'all right now. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. That's an opportunity. That's not a problem. That's an opportunity to flex your muscle and turn that around, okay? 4. That's 8. 8 is the number of transformation, the number of manifestation and transformation. So this right here, followed by these two cards, clarified by this and this, that's an opportunity to transform. Transform your money. Transform it. Let's go. Let's go, fellas. Let's go. I'm happy for y'all. I'm hyped for y'all. Let's go. Let's get it. We ain't got problems. They're opportunities. They are opportunities to grow your emperor muscle. They're opportunities to grow your muscle. Laugh at it. Laugh at it. You ever see those movies where somebody get punched with a good punch and his lip busted? What do you do? He say, ha! Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I ain't never got hit like that before. My turn. This is a my turn opportunity for you, Divine Masculine. This is a my turn opportunity. Let's go. Spirit said take that last card. I'm going to leave that right there. And I'm going to get you a Starseed Oracle. Whatever flies out, that's what I'm taking. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I want this one to come out on autopilot. There's something in here you need to hear. I'm going to take one of these 2. One of these 3. This is the one I want right here. All right? Let's go, fellas. Let's read the Starseed Oracle first, okay? Y'all got it. Y'all got your reading. You got your instructions for this week. Go within. The Oracle, the Tarot, your current situation this week for the Divine Masculine. He's a little bit torn. He's feeling unsteady, but he's remembering he's a King of Wands and he's ready to take action. He's remembering he's unsteady. I mean, he's feeling a little unsteady right now, shaky with his money, but he's remembering, hey, I'm a king. I'm a king. Don't be afraid to deliver. That Emperor has access to all 4 elements. Don't be afraid to get in that King of Swords energy. The King of Swords is in here. The King of Wands is in here. The King of Pentacles is in here. The King of Cups is in here. Don't be afraid to take command of your emotions. That 4 energy. Take command of your emotions. Maybe you got to deliver a message that says, hey, you know what? We're going to pull back on spending. We're going to pull back on spending, but I promise y'all, I'm going to make it up to y'all later. There is nothing like it, and I don't know who I'm talking to. These are general readings. They're not specific. So if it's not your situation, it's not your situation. But I promise you, there's no greater feeling than to, even if that kid looks disappointed, there's no greater feeling to deliver them a promise and say, you know what? I'm going to make it up to y'all. And then come through. And come through. They're going to be like, wow, Daddy said he was going to come through and he did. Mama said she was going to make it up to me and she did. Y'all get it. Y'all get on it, man. All right. We, the Hathors, is your Starseed card, okay? Starseed Oracle. We, the Hathors, or Hathors. Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Let's read that. Let's read that. I'm sure there's some messages in there for you. Because that sounds like 4 energy too. That sounds like 4 energy too. Deep love. Mother energy comes from the 4th house. Mother energy is Cancer. Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. That's nurturing energy. That's number 4 energy, 4th house. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's read this. Let me read from the book. Man, y'all got me hype up in here, man. Y'all got me hype. Y'all got me hype. Y'all, listen. I've been there. Whatever you going through right now, Divine Masculine, I'm here to tell you, your boy Matt has been there. I've been there and I know how to get through it. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. This is coming from the Starseed Oracle deck, okay? By Rebecca Campbell. Birth is a portal that ushers in new life. The Hathors are here to remind you that you're a child of the cosmic mother and you're being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. This is a tender, nourishing card reminding you to receive the deep, deep love of the mother's embrace. Told y'all somebody out there need a hug. I've been there. Where I'm like, I don't want no hug, leave me alone. Then when you get that hug, you just like, you exhale. You exhale. You didn't know how bad you needed it. This oracle advice says this is a tender, nourishing card reminding you to receive the deep, deep love of the mother's embrace. The Hathors know that the journey on earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you're being reminded to rest more deeply in the mother's arms. This is a card of extreme potency, of femininity, of creation, and of birth. I told you, balance that. That's the same message the Divine Feminine's got this week. Balance that in internal Empress and Emperor. You're getting the same message right here. You cannot make this stuff up. You're being called to mother yourself and others too. What did I just say? What did I just say? Go within. You're being called to mother yourself and others too. To surrender to your sacred femininity. I told you we all got masculine and feminine energy. If you living and breathing, you got masculine and feminine energy. All right? Balance it, fellas. To surrender to your sacred femininity. To create and surrender to your own creations. To create and surrender to your own creations. To hold and be held. You're being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize that the cosmic mother is watching you every step of the way. I told you the divine feminine energy in the earth is rising. Why? Because we're entering the age of Aquarius. When the cosmic age is a masculine sign, the dominant energy in the earth realm is feminine. When the cosmic age is a feminine sign, the dominant energy in the earth realm is masculine. We're leaving the feminine age of Pisces, wherein masculine energy dominated, and we're entering the age of Aquarius, wherein feminine energy dominates. It is the balance. You're being called to remember that you're being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize that the cosmic mother is watching you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. You may be going through a transition right now. 4 and 4 is 8. That's the eighth house transformation, transition, transformation, same energy. Let's go, y'all. I'm telling y'all, you can't make this stuff up. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another. If so, you're being reminded that you are cradled in a sacred container. You're safe. You're safe. That red, that's the root chakra. You're safe. Make a decision. You're safe, fellas. You're safe. Make a decision. Make a decision. King of Wands is ready to spur into action. Take action. You're safe. You can't make a wrong move at this point. You cannot make a wrong move. Trust yourself. Okay? Let me read that again. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another. If so, you're being reminded that you are cradled in a sacred container, that you're more held than you can possibly imagine, and you have access to more love than your heart can bear. 4 energy. 4 energy. That's the heart chakra. If you're struggling in any way, you are being reassured that things will work out. What did I just say? Open yourself to receiving the overflowing love of the cosmic mother, flooding toward you from every direction. Let it stretch your heart. And here is your starseed activation. Place your hand over your heart, your dominant hand over your heart, and whisper the following. I allow the deep love of the cosmic mother to wash over me. I am loved. I am held. Don't be told masculine that you can't do it in the privacy of your home. Do it in the privacy of your home. Find your man cave, go find your closet and do that in. All right? It's time to balance some internal masculine and feminine energies. We ain't got to be so hard anymore, fellas. We don't have to be so hard anymore. Time to bring it into alignment. I ain't say go soft. Pause. I didn't say go soft. I said bring it into balance. All right? Let's get your Rose Oracle advice and we're going to get out of here. That's beautiful. Beautiful energy, fellas. Beautiful energy. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity to flex your Emperor muscle, to flex that King of Wands muscle. This is an opportunity. Your Oracle card. Oh, ho, ho, ho. The Thorn. Some of y'all feel like that 4 of Pentacles reverse is a thorn in your side. The Thorn. Protection, boundaries, and clear communication. Let's read it. I hope y'all are loving this reading. If you are, hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up for me. Tell somebody else about the channel. Here we go. The thorn. Protection, boundaries, clear communication. The rose is the queen of all flowers. Her soft and often fragrant bloom takes our breath away from near and far. You want to raise your vibrational frequency quick? Go smell some flowers, especially roses or what's that purple one? Lavender. Go in, just put some roses or some lavender in front of your nose and take a deep breath into your lungs. Watch what that does for you. Watch what that does for your energy. I'm not telling you to do anything I haven't done, okay? The rose is the queen of all flowers. Her soft and often fragrant bloom takes our breath away from near and far, a bridge between heaven and earth. She has the capacity to act as a portal to our true selves and call our soul more fully into our body. Grounded energy, earth energy, pentacles. You had 2 pentacle cards come out. She leaves us in awe, allowing us to experience heaven on earth for a very precious moment. But the rose is not all gentle and soft. In fact, most roses are armored with spiky thorns and prickles of various shapes and sizes. These sharp protectors act like knights defending their queen, clearly setting the necessary boundary and conditions for her to do what she was born to do. Come on, y'all. That sounds like an emperor to me. Emperor and empress. Bring it into alignment. We too are like the rose. So often we do not get taught how important clear communication and loving boundaries are to our relationships. What did I just say, y'all? What did I just say? What did I just say about the conversation that somebody needs to have about this right here? What did I just say? What did I just say? Sometimes you got to deliver a message, but don't leave it there. Say, you know what? I'm coming back for y'all. I'm coming back for y'all. The quickest way to earn money is to stop spending it. The quickest way to earn money is to stop spending it. Guess what? Let's just use a round number ballpark figure. Let's say you make $1,000 a week. Let's say you make $1,000 a week, okay? Well, guess what? $1,000 a week, that's $4,000 a month. Well, guess what? If you're bleeding $3,500, if you're bleeding $3,700 and all you got left is $300 at the end, I ain't accounting for taxes and all that stuff. Just using some whole numbers. Guess what? The quickest way to make another $700 is to stop spending is to remove $700 of waste. And now at the end, instead of you having $300, you got $1,000. That's what an emperor does. That's what an emperor does. Emperor looking at his money. Emperor looking at that entire empire. He looking at his money. That emperor looking at that coins. That's not so bad. That's just telling you, hey, you know what? The quickest way to stabilize these is to stop spending. Have that message. Have that message that you need to have. That's why the advice here says clear communication. So often we don't get taught how important clear communication and loving boundaries are to our relationships. When we're not clear on our needs, when we don't communicate them, when we don't take responsibility for them, it's impossible for others to give us what we need. How about that? This often results in a breakdown in the relationship. Communicating our needs and establishing our boundaries allows not just us to feel safe, but those we're in relationship with to feel safe too. Imagine my parents and them going into debt to try to give us something for one day for Christmas, and then now we ain't got no lights and no heat in the middle of the winter. See what I mean? Somebody had to say, hey, you know what? It is more important for us to have lights and warmth during this winter season than it is for y'all to have new toys. Guess what making that decision did? That got toy donations. This is a real story. I lived this. I'm not making this stuff up. I lived this. And I appreciate my mother and my daddy to this day. To this day. They taught me. And watching them move like that, that taught me how to move. That taught me how to make critical decisions, how to critically think. Your kids are watching you. I don't know who this is for, but your children are watching you. They're watching you. Let them see you in this energy right here. Let them see you in that energy. Let them see you in this energy. All right? Let's go. Let's go. Communicating our needs and establishing our boundaries allows not just us to feel safe, but those we're in a relationship with to feel safe too. This card delivers the message of the importance of clear communication, boundaries, and taking responsibility for our needs. To be clear with others, we must first be clear with ourselves. What did I say? To get out of this says to be clear with others, we must first be clear with ourselves. To get out of this, you got to collaborate. Take action. To get out of that, take action. You already in this King of Wands energy. Even though you're thinking about, how shaky this might be, you're already in this King of Wands energy because that's what came out. This didn't come out in the advice position. This came out in the current energy position. So you're a King of Wands. You just got to make that decision. You got to go within. You got to collaborate with who? The Emperor. That's either your higher self or the Most High. Go to your inner Emperor or go to the Emperor of the universe. But guess what? The path to both of them is within. Luke 17:21. Go read it. To be clear with others, we must first be clear with ourselves and then communicate this to our loved ones and the world. So the soul inquiry for you this week, Divine Masculine, is this. What loving boundaries are you being called to establish? How are you being called to communicate clearly to those you're in a relationship with? Communication. What did I tell you? The Emperor has all of those energies. Communication, swords. Love, heart space energy, the cups. Action, wands. And grounded energy, pentacles. Stability, pentacles. That Emperor got all of that in there, okay? Go within. The answers are there. Go within. I don't know who this was for, but I know if you tap into this energy I'm feeling right now, you're going to get it done. I got nothing but confidence in you. I got nothing but confidence in you. And guess what? If you got a divine feminine cross watcher, she's praying for you right now. And when I say she, I'm talking about the divine feminine energy because it could be a male chaser, okay? You could be a female divine masculine with a male divine feminine, okay? So whoever it is, your divine feminine, just know that your divine feminine is praying with you. And they're pulling you through in the spirit realm so that you can operate in the natural realm. That is why the darkness that's why the darkness is out here telling people twin flames ain't real. Because they know the power of twin flames combining their energy. One of the twin powers activate. They know the power. That's why the darkness is out here fighting against these twin flame connections. Divine Masculine, hold yours in the road. Hold yours in the road by doing what? Holding yourself in the road. Your Divine Feminine got you. She got you spiritually. You got to do your part physically. Get in that emperor energy. Guess what? The same God that she goes to by going within, you go to by going within. That's for somebody. That's all I got this week, y'all. That's all I got. Man, I'm hyped right now. I think I need to go walk out in nature or something to go ground to release this hype energy. I'm trying to get in the trenches with y'all. Cause I've been there. Man. I've been there. I love y'all, man. Hit that like button for me. If you're new to the channel and you like being inspired, you're on that twin flame journey, you want to continue getting energy updates with sound advice. Because the goal is to get you from here back to here. Reunion. Check out my book, Twin Flames, Understanding and Solving the Problem of the Avoidant Dismissive Divine Masculine. I wrote that book with you in mind, Divine Masculine. Divine Masculines Divine Masculines have a fraction of the resources to support them in this journey that the Divine Feminines have. That's why I wrote that book with y'all in mind first. But guess what? As that book developed, the Holy Spirit took over. The Holy Spirit took over that whole writing session. The couple of months I was working on that book, the Holy Spirit took over. And guess what? That book is the energy of reunion because it has something in it for the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. But that's your go-to resource. You can get it in Kindle, iBooks, Kindle, Apple Books, or paperback or collector's edition hardcover at my site. Get that collection edition hardcover. Guess what that means? That means that you have a rare copy. You got a rare copy of that book. There's only going to be 1,111 collector's edition hardcovers printed. So maybe you want to boss up once you get out of that Four Pentacles upside down energy. Maybe you want to boss up and get you a collector's edition of it. Or maybe you want to, for those of y'all that celebrate Christmas and that sort of thing, maybe you want to put a bug in your Divine Feminine's ear. Say, hey, you know what? We've been kind of hit and miss with our energy for however long y'all been hit and miss. But I heard about this book and I feel like it's going to help me get to where I need to be so that we can come in a union. You're going to make her day. You're going to make her day. Her heart going to start doing cartwheels. Maybe Santa Claus brings that for me if you into that. Maybe that ends up under my Christmas tree, a copy of Matt D. Talford's book, Twin Flames, Understanding and Solving the Problem of the Avoidant Dismissive Divine Masculine. Maybe you put that book in her ear, and maybe she gets you an autographed copy from yours truly. All right? If you want to donate to the channel, you can do so either via my Cash App, which the information is below. And no donation is too small. No donation is too small if you want to donate. I'm not asking you to, okay? I'm saying if you want to donate, you can. But what I would love for you to do is buy a copy of the book. That helps me huge. And guess what? Not only are you, by buying a copy of the book, not only you giving me something, you're getting something in return. So that's why I always put my books out there. I love it when people donate to say, hey, I love what you're doing. I know you don't charge anybody, blah, blah, blah. Here, that's nice. That makes me feel good. But I'm a writer. I'm a writer and a publisher. I publish these books for you guys. So it warms my heart to be able to give you something in exchange for the energy you're giving to me. And I know that some of y'all saying, well, Matt, you're giving us your energy right now. I'm going to get off of that. But, man, I love this energy for y'all this week. It would seem like that four of pentacles in reverse, that's heavy energy. It's heavy energy, but guess what? The instruction is built in on how to get out of it. You got to get in that emperor energy. And guess what? Your divine counterpart's in her emperor energy. Catch up, fellas. Catch up. Don't let her have all the fun. Don't let her have all of the fun. Catch up. Catch up, DMs. Don't let her have all the fun. Both of y'all got emperor energy coming out this week. Hers just happened to be wrapped up in that chariot. So there's movement in your connection. I'm cross-watching for y'all now. There's movement in your connection, all right? While you're worried about your coins, guess what? She's keeping the spiritual energy flowing. Guess what? You can multitask. If you get in your emperor energy, it's all going to take care of itself. But go within to either talk to the emperor of the universe or your inner emperor. And by some accounts, they're one and the same. But y'all didn't hear that from me. That's all I got. Hit that thumbs up button for me. Hit that like button for me. Share the video with somebody that you think needs to be inspired. And if you're new to the channel and you like receiving this type of inspiration, hit that subscribe button. Make sure your notification bell set to all so you'll be notified when I upload new content. That's all I got for y'all this week. Y'all be well. Peace.